Hey everybody, it's That's a Lot of Sodium. I'm back here with another video. So today I'm going to be going through my collection of American silver dollars. So I have currently 10 American silver dollars that are like actually silver. I do have a lot of the Eisenhower dollars, and I do have a 40% silver proof Eisenhower. But this is just my main traditional silver dollars like Morgan and Peace dollars. So I'm going to start off with this one. It's just a 1902. Philadelphia minted. It's pretty cool. I mean, it does have fairly nice details. It's not too scratched up, but most of the chest of the eagle is completely worn away. And there are some noticeable scratches along the face of Lady Liberty and across the front. Next, we have this 1979, another Philadelphia, or 1879 rather, another Philadelphia that is in pretty terrible condition. You can notice there are some distinct scratches across here and some here. I mean, it's a cool coin, but I still think it's really interesting. I just think that it does look really cool, and even if it doesn't have a ton of value, I still think it's a pretty interesting coin, and it looks pretty interesting. So this is another 1879 Philadelphia. This one has a lot better details comparatively. I mean, it's still not a uncirculated coin, but it does have a lot more detail, and you can see most of the details in the hair, and you have all of the edging is still pretty noticeable, and on top of that you have some nice details on the eagle. Even though there is a little bit of wear on its chest, you can still make out several of the feathers, so in that way it's not bad. This one is a 1902 New Orleans minted coin. And this one is pretty nice. You can see it does have some of its original mint luster. And it does have a lot of the details on its feathers. It's not a super expensive coin, but it is still a really nice coin that is pretty nice looking. I like the actual that it does have some luster, and the mixing between the darkening and the actual original silver coloring is pretty nice looking in my opinion. And of course you do have the details on the feathers, which are of course a nice touch. Next we have this Peace dollar, which is one of 3 Peace dollars that I own. The back, as you can see, does have some blackening. I mean, it is toning, but it is not the most attractive of toning. It's Philadelphia minted, 1925. The front, however, is pretty good. I mean, it's probably an AU coin. I mean, you can see, like, this is a scratch on the case, but it does have a few scratches, like that there. That is a scratch on her cheek, and there is, like, a little bit of wear. But, for the most part, it is a pretty nice coin, and it is AU, in my opinion. Here's another one, which, it's not cool, but it's not a great condition one. As you can see, there is noticeable wear across her face and hair, and you can see that around the edge, this is starting to disappear, when normally you'd be able to see a distinct going inwards pretty deeply, like here, that's almost non-existent. So this is a pretty worn coin. But the Liberty, I do like this one, the way the Liberty does kind of stand out, and I think it looks pretty nice in that way, but yeah, that's just my opinion. And on the back, you do have a lot of wear on the eagle, but comparatively to the 1879 I showed you guys earlier, it is nothing. It is also a New Orleans minted coin, and I think that the New Orleans minted coins are pretty interesting just because the New Orleans Mint does not exist anymore. None of these are Carson City. I do not own any Carson City coins, but it's still cool to have coins from a mint which no longer exists. And This one is, I really like this one. Its front does have some, I don't know if it's not gold plating, it's just kind of like weird toning. Although it does appear like gold toning, or gold plating. It's a 1928, or 23 rather. It's San Francisco, and it is an AU coin. I got it for a little cheaper than $27. I think it ended up being about $22, and then about $23 with taxes. So, but yeah, I mainly got this one because the back looked so cool. It's just a really nice back, which is uncirculated, I would say, for the back, but the front does have some wear. You can see there is a rather large scratch right there on the coin on her neck, and there are some other small nicks across the background, but this side is really nice, and there are no noticeable scratches going through, as well as you have some pretty nice toning down here, and you can see it does get a nice original luster color, which is pretty nice. Next, we have a 1935 S, and what's actually really cool about this one is every single year that they minted the piece dollar, beneath the one, there were 3 rays. Now, what I mean by that is, when you look beneath the one, you can count on this one 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you were to look at, let's say, this coin, you can count 1, 2, 3. That is because the 1935S had 2 varieties. It is the only one in the entire mintage of the piece dollar series where there was a 4th ray. The 1935S, I mean, the 2 varieties are about just as common, each one. So about 600,000, 625,000, around there was the mintage for each variety, which I would consider pretty amazing just because it is something so different. And out of the millions and millions of piece dollars minted, even though this one doesn't make it particularly rare, and even though they aren't that expensive, they're probably going to cost you about as much as any other piece dollar, it is still really interesting because it is a variety which is different, even if it is not a considerably expensive one. It is one that comparatively is, at least I think, interesting and fairly unique. Here's the first silver dollar I ever got. It's a 1921 Morgan. I believe it's a Denver. Or, no, San Francisco. 1921 S. So, I mean, it's not in great condition. It has scratches, but it was my first silver dollar, and it does have some pretty nice color. Like, I don't know why. It's not like it's a particularly super pretty coin like some of the other ones, like this one, and especially this one, which we're going to talk about next. But this one is still, it does have a special place in my heart, even if it's not an incredible coin, just because it is my first ever silver dollar. And next we have this one, which is my favorite, which I do not want to touch at all. It is a proof-like 1878S, which is pretty interesting. The front is still pretty, but it's not anything like the back. As you can see, it does have some nice color to it, and it has a lot of detail in the hair. You can see the curl there. Just a ton of detail, which you cannot see the curl on several of the other coins. Like this coin, it doesn't have it. This coin, it's barely noticeable. This coin, it doesn't have it. So most of my Morgan dollars, you cannot notice that curl coming down right here. So that is pretty special. But the back is what really is incredible to me, is its proof-like look. You can see the reflection of my finger in it right there, and it does have a little bit of a cameo effect, which is pretty nice. This one is one I would consider getting graded. It is just really pretty coin. There you can see there just how much it reflects. It is just a really beautiful coin. It's probably the highlight of my collection. It's one of the best coins in my collection. and it's probably my favorite. I mean, it's still not a particularly expensive coin if I were to sell it. I mean, I got it from my grandfather, so I'm not going to sell it, nor do I ever intend to, but it is a really pretty coin that I would consider getting graded, and it is, like I said, the highlight of my collection. Every single feather on the chest is visible, and it has a ton of detail. It has some nice coloring down here when you get it in the light right, and it has a ton of detail. The arrows fully detailed, everything, all of the feathers. It's just a really, really incredible coin that is by far the best silver dollar in my collection. So, very pretty. I don't typically ever usually take it out of the holder, so this is pretty special. But yeah, it's just a very pretty coin. The back is really what does it for me. It's just a really pretty coin. So yeah, I wanted to show those to everyone. This was a little bit of a longer video for me, and I was going to include my other silver dollars, such as my $1 silver coins and my silver 1-ounce coins of the world, my Canadian silver dollar, but I'm not going to, just because this video is already running pretty long. So stay tuned. I will be uploading that probably sometime later this week, before Sunday. I know I haven't uploaded in a while, so sorry about that, but I'm going to try and start uploading more, and hopefully I will be able to do a live stream going through pennies this weekend, but I'm not positive on that one yet. So yeah, turn on notifications if you want to know when I am streaming, and as always, I hope you enjoyed the coins, and like, subscribe, and have a great day.